177. Nice job, man. I'm Coach Ledbetter with Training Valley in Gibsonville, North Carolina, and I'm going to express my opinions on a 10-yard sprint. It is humanly impossible to time a 10-yard sprint with a handheld stopwatch, and I'll argue that point with anybody. Right now, you can go to YouTube, you can type in 10-yard sprint, and there's a couple videos. There's one of a fellow running a 1:48 hand time. Okay? First of all, the fastest laser time I've ever seen on a 10-yard sprint was a 1:66. That's physically. Now I'm young, I'm only 27, so I hadn't been around long enough to really see, you know, super fast. Now, that guy that ran a 1:66 ended up running track at Baylor University. Baylor University is one of the top schools in the nation for track and field. He ran the 200. So that's a very fast time, a 1:66. So, you know, you go to YouTube and you see a 1:41. If you time that same time, you can time it on YouTube yourself with a stopwatch. You're going to get anywhere from a 1:41 to a 1:59 to a 1:6. Very inaccurate. The only way to time a 10 is a laser time. And that's what we do here at Training Valley. It's very simple. We have the timer. Athlete puts his hand on the button. You hear the beep. When the athlete lifts his hand, time starts. Alright? So, when I say that our fastest time at Training Valley is a 1:77 on the lasers, it's 100% the fastest time. Now, I'm not saying that if you don't have lasers, you can't time people. You can time them on a stopwatch. If you have the same coach timing 30 guys, the fastest time on a stopwatch is still the fastest player. But when you go to compare times to other schools, other players that aren't being timed by that coach, the only way to do it is on a laser. The problem is when you go to train an athlete to get faster, it's impossible to know, did they really get faster? On a laser, if the kid runs a 4.81 40 time on a laser, and then in 6 weeks he runs a 4.78 on the laser, you know 100% that he is 0.04 of a tenth faster, 0.03 of a tenth faster. You cannot get that kind of accuracy on a stopwatch. It's humanly impossible. Now, that doesn't sound very good, but when you start talking a 4.42 versus a 4.38, okay, now you're talking about 0.04 of. Now you're talking about accuracy, and that 4.38 looks a whole lot better than a 4.42. That's where the lasers come in. Not only, you know, timing those 10s, but when you talk about, I want to see if this athlete actually got faster. You know, you can do it all day with a stopwatch, but if you really want to know, they need to be running on lasers. And that's all I'm going to say about the lasers. Who goes there? Announce yourself or face the consequences.